Okay, let's get it. Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday. I'm Lifestyles with Eric. Happy Monday evening. Miss Bev Roundtree, how are you? Thanks for coming in tonight, sweetheart. I appreciate you coming in. When you come in, make sure you like the video, please. Like. I need as many likes as possible. What it does is it gets the video into the YouTube algorithms, and that's what we want. We want more people watching Lifestyles with Eric. I hope everybody had an awesome weekend. You know what? My weekend wasn't bad. Got my yard work done yesterday. I'm a little out of breath. I was trying to make it here. I was running a few minutes behind. I do apologize, everybody. Miss Kenyatta, thanks for coming in tonight. Make sure you like the video. Miss Jerice, thank you for coming in. Hey, family, what's happening? How are you? How are you? I hope everybody had a blessed weekend. I want everybody to have a blessed week. Um, make it a prosperous week. Get some money. That's if you have a Powerball in your city or state, make sure you play that Powerball. It's about 750 something $1 million. We could definitely use that blessing. We got Mr. Rico. Mr. Rico coming on in. Mr. Rico, I said we could definitely use that $757 million blessing. That Powerball, we could definitely use that. What you think?
Man,
That'd be a nice blessing.
No
Not to. What'd you say, brother?
That ain't no conversation.
Hey, Miss Audria, we wouldn't have to get up and go to work tomorrow. Would you call in or would you go on in there?
Man, no conversation. I ain't telling my family or nothing. Shit. I'll probably tell 2 people and that's it.
Yeah. Man. What would you? It's definitely life-changing, Audria. I agree. You wouldn't get 700 million. Just getting 250 million out of that 750 would be a blessing. And
I'm
you'd
cool.
be, huh?
I'm cool with that.
I'd be more than cool. Miss Stacy Wright, thank you for coming in tonight. I'm Lifestyles. Make sure you like the video up at the top of the phone. If you're on your cell phone, make sure you like that video. What it does is it gets a video into the YouTube algorithms. We want more people watching Lifestyles with Eric. So and Mr. Rico. So make sure you like that video. Yes, it's life changing. It could help a lot of people. I like helping people, so I'd be worrying about helping other people before I help myself because I know once I hit for those numbers, it's mine. I can do whatever I want to do when I want to do it. So I'd make sure everybody else was okay around me first. It's a $353 million payout. That'd be more than enough to do what I needed to do. Like I said, I'd get everybody blessed out, I'd make a list of everybody I'm going to bless, family, friends, even people that I don't even deal with anymore. I might go ahead and bless them because they might have did something for me years ago. That's just me. Now, some people, I got friends that say, man, I wouldn't do nothing for nobody out in the streets. But you know what? I'm not like that. Because somebody helped me out in them streets. You know, I'm from the streets, you from the streets, and somebody helped you, Rico.
Yeah, but somebody say that they just talking.
Yeah, no, I mean, I got buddies that say, man, I wouldn't look out for nobody in the streets. They didn't.
Yeah, I mean, for now.
But this is what they say: f them n words. You know what I'm saying? They didn't. They didn't. You know this that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can. That's valid. You can say that. You can say that. But to yeah, I mean, to be realistic, it's gonna help
I'm not.
somebody.
I'm just saying, you or I aren't like that. We cut different.
Right. Even a person that says that they ain't like that, they just talking. They just saying it because what you gonna do with all that money? You gonna get bored with it. So you're gonna get to a point that you are gonna give some of it away.
Right. I'm just not selfish, and some people are so selfish, Rico. They die with it. Believe it or not.
Yeah, you got some
Right.
people that they would rather not give it away, and they would rather blow it. They'd rather just blow it on something
I agree.
instead of
I agree.
giving it away.
I agree. I agree. But yeah, I would love to help some people, man, build a big, huge homeless shelter that transition people in and out, you know, help people, get them in and out, job training, mental help, health stuff, drug addiction. I'd get it all. I'd help them all and get everybody in and out, get them in and out, get them in and out, get them off these streets. Because everybody has a story. And I sometimes stop and talk to people that are homeless that aren't even asking me for anything. I just stop and talk to them and ask them what's their story. So that's big on my heart. You know, like I said, when I lived in Cali, you know, I was giving my tennis shoes away. You know, I would ride around the part of Cali I lived in, and I would give my tennis shoes away to some of the homeless guys. So I just have a spot in my heart for people that have had some bad luck in life. Like I said, whether you've been on drugs and it took you to that point, whether you're having mental illness, whether you just had some bad luck, whether you just lost your job and you didn't have no money saved up. And I'm gonna tell you, every morning when I drive up north to work, and I drive around this Walmart parking lot, I see people in their cars with stuff piled up to the top of the ceiling. Okay, so they got a car, but they don't have nowhere to live. All their stuff's in their car, Rico, and they sleeping in the Walmart parking lots because that's the safest place they probably could be with the bright lights.
Yeah.
So I would just definitely help some people, man. Like I said, I can't buy. I love cars. You know, I like cars and stuff, and I have plenty of those, but that wouldn't be my first concern.
Yeah.
What's up, Chris? What's going on, big dog? Hey, man, I saw a Pontiac for sale the other day on TikTok. You would have loved it. You would have loved it. You would have loved it. Thanks for coming in tonight. Make sure you like the video, Chris. Brother, make sure you like the video. Thanks for coming in tonight. I appreciate you coming in. You already know. They don't know nothing about hashtag PUTT. They don't know nothing about that nickname. They don't know nothing about that now. You telling on me now. They don't know nothing about that nickname, Chris, now. You had to grow up with me to call me Putt now. You had to grow up with me. You already know. I think it was man, you gonna get me the line. I'm gonna have to look it up. I think it was a 68. I think it had skirts, roof, everything. It was beautiful. I think. But I've been seeing a lot of clean old schools. Hey, IROC, today I met a dude today, got a convertible. I picked up a guy today at my job. He had a 87 convertible or 88. Yeah. 88 or 87. His brother left it to him when he passed away. And he said he's gonna I guess he's gonna restore it at some point. It's got a 305 tune port.
Yeah.
Okay, 305 tune port. And yeah. I was telling him about you had one too.
Yeah, I've been dragging my feet on it, but I gotta go on and.
I mean, Rico, at the end of the day, take money, man. If we had a boatload of money, you could just drop it off somewhere and tell them to do everything you want done.
No, actually, it really don't take a boatload of money. It just take some people, some people that just like to work on cars.
Okay.
I
used to know a lot of people like that. I don't know as many people because I haven't built anything in a long time.
Yeah, I got buddies, but they be procrastinating. Then they have kids now and everything, so I understand.
Yeah.
So sorry for it. My dude across the street, he works on his car every weekend. And he comes, his buddies has got Chevelles, and they pull up. They older dudes, clean. So he drives to those shows.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's a real car. He's a car enthusiast.
Okay.
The dude across the street. So
okay. But yeah, I'm gonna get with you on that though, Chris. I and you know what? Today, I just saw a '64 Impala. I don't know if that price is real. You got that car be gone today. They had a '64. I want to say it was a '64 drop Impala. Damn near mint. I mean, it had everything. They only wanted 10.5 for it.
Where is it at?
North Carolina.
Okay.
It was beautiful. Red.
Sounds about right.
Huh?
That sounds about right.
Ah, man, them
No,
cars is
as far as somebody just want to just like just get rid of it.
yeah. I mean, I've been pricing these cars. That's a high dollar car. I'll put it that way.
It is, but
If that's a real price, that's a great price. I'll put it that
that's a
way.
great price for
Great
10.
price.
But you got to go get it more than likely. And
Yeah, it ain't gonna cost you that much to get it shipped up. About
yeah,
$1,000.
then somebody just people just be getting tired of like they be ready to give people with money. They like ready to get rid of. They don't care.
Yeah.
They
Well,
don't care.
well, anybody looking, it's a great price. I'm telling you, it's a great numbers. Great
Yeah,
numbers.
that's all about right. You just gotta go get it. That's
Yeah.
all it takes. Is getting it,
Right.
finding it.
Yeah.
You buying a
So
car in the city, you
what'd
crazy.
you say, Rico?
Talk about a classic car in the city. You kind of chancing it a little bit.
It's hard to get them here. Yeah, cheap.
Yeah, if you do, them
Now,
dudes gonna be sticking you for it. They gonna stick you for it. They gonna want 30,000 for it.
65 Riviera, Chris. Oh yeah, that's okay. Okay, that's a car right there. That's a car.
Oh,
That's a car.
oh yeah, yeah, that is.
That's a car. Okay. So everybody see the title, um, Monday Talk. Today's Monday. Is hip hop dark and demonic? I think it's been demonic and dark, and I think it's been that way for the last few years now. Um, I've been doing my research, like I say, I tell everybody, I've been doing my research on this stuff about 10 years now, maybe a little longer. And I'm starting to see all the stuff I researched coming to fruition. All the stuff, all the signs and symbols that people flash up with their fingers and this, that, and the other. And people say, oh, that's nothing. But everybody's doing the one eye symbol and all that stuff. That don't mean nothing. This don't mean nothing. Oh, that means something.
That's
And
puppets, bro. That's them puppets, man.
well,
Everybody do that's a puppet.
I'm not saying, they're at the round table, but what I'm saying is being a puppet, they're a puppet and they also sign their name in blood. A lot of
Yeah, them be the man. Let me tell you this. I
well,
mess.
don't let me get off topic. I mean, let me finish, and then
I'm keeping it on topic. Let me tell you this: that the artistry, they messed up the whole artistry of it. They messed the whole artistry of that. That's why the pop artists and the popular artists and radio and all that, they puppets. They demonic and they ain't even. They got to be deception with their stuff. They gotta deceive you. Now, when you get to the underground rappers that I used to love back in the day, Gangster Nick and Brother Lynch and Bushwick Bill, them are horrorcore rappers. They was blatantly telling you, they just put it. They was storytelling. They was acting like serial killers or whatever, but that was just the art form. And then a person like myself that will listen to that, we ain't gonna try to. We tripped off the story that they was telling, and we thought it was kind of funny. We thought it was hilarious. You know what I'm saying? It just like it wasn't nothing to control the frequencies like they do now. See that demonic is deception. They ain't gonna straight up come out and tell you. They're gonna try to say, demons come with smiling faces and look like pretty dolls. They ain't coming monsters.
right.
So
You're right. That's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm I'm getting ready to touch on. I got a story of a little rapper that kind of said exactly kind of what you just said. Where he used to be a hip hop artist out of Atlanta. His name is Little Tony. And he was invited to a photo shoot up on a mountain down in Atlanta. And he was explaining how the guys that invited him up had invited him. They had these 3-seater McLaren sports cars, all they had the toughest sports cars, this, that, and the other. But what he had said is that once they got to this mountain, Little Tony, the rapper, was asking one of the guys that invited him up to this photo shoot how he got you know, where he was at, you know, how he was getting this money. Cause you know, he just said, man, I just want to get this money, you know. He said in Atlanta, we just want to get that money and stay out the way. So the guy, one of the guys that told him, man, you know how we be getting this money, man. He said, we be doing those rituals, you know, those demonic rituals. And he was like, man, you bullshitting, man. Stop bullshitting, man. For real, man. For real. How you be getting this money, man? And so the dude said, for real, I can hook you up with, you know, the guy that you know, you need to talk to, that if you do these rituals with him, he'll get you paid. And and Lil Tony was like, nah, bro, I'm good. If you for real, I'm good on that. But you know, you can take me on back down the mountain or whatever. I'm cool. And he said this was a real high desolate mountain. So he said the guy took him back down to the bottom. And as they were riding down at the bottom, you know, he looked over at the guy, and he said the guy had like a demonic face. He said his face changed on him. And it's kind of was what you were saying, kind of when you said that, like I said, I had a story to tell, and but you passionate about that too, you know, because you know exactly what I'm saying as far as the demonic stuff, the puppets, all of that stuff. They're there to promote. The puppets are there to promote and bring people in, and to show people that their vigilance to the people that they've signed with. So when they're doing the little signs, the signals, they're just showing, okay, I'm doing it. I'm doing what you told me to do. I'm a puppet. I'm doing what you told me to do. So please give me some more money. I want everybody to see that, you know, this and that and the other. But they can't deceive you when you're being, say if you're going to be, if you're an artist and you are getting ready to sign some papers, they'll tell you what you're signing. You're not. That's the one thing that they say when it comes to that kind of stuff. You know exactly what you're doing. It's either you do it or you don't. They don't trick you into signing shit. You know exactly what you're signing, what you signed up for, and it's either you sign it or you don't. Now, what they tell you is if you don't sign it, you ain't gonna be shit. You ain't gonna never have no money, and you ain't gonna never be nothing. And we're gonna make sure that. I mean, if you got talent and you're a man of God, you ain't gonna worry about that no way. Yeah. But if you're a weak individual and you be like, damn it, fuck, I got talent, but man, I'm ready to have some millions. Fuck it. Sign my name on this motherfucker. Okay, after that, but we done told you before you sign it, you're gonna have to be doing this, that, and the other. Oh, and by the way, I want to plug you from behind, and I'm gonna videotape it. I'm just letting you know before you sign. That's a part of this. Okay, I'm letting you know I'm gonna plug you. I'm gonna videotape it. And everybody, and if you ever say you don't want to do something that we want you to do, we're gonna show your girlfriend this tape, or we might just put it out to the world or whatever. I'm just letting you know. So these are and now the sacrifices. I think that some of the artists don't understand that when they say you may have to I don't think that they think that they got to sacrifice somebody they love. But Kanye West figured it out. I mean, he said it himself out his own mouth, and that ain't no rumor. You know, he said it out his own mouth. He wanted to be rich and famous that bad. I don't think he realized that they could take his mama. I don't think he did. I don't think he did. I hope he didn't. I hope he didn't, because I know he was close to his mom. I hope he didn't. But he said it himself. They sacrificed my mama. So,
and I think that's a lot. That has a lot to do with the state of hip hop anyway, because the spirituality and the consciousness about it is gone too. So without God, you're gonna lose anyway.
Absolutely. God gave you the talent. If you're using the talent for something other than godly stuff, or you know, it could get reversed on you.
Like they're saying, just like slavery, when they strip you from your God, they can take you from your land, and they can take material things, but when they take your God from you,
and they did that on purpose with this. They did that. They did that. They made them believe in a white Jesus.
Yeah.
Long hair.
Yeah.
That's who had them enslaved. So therefore, they believed that they were nothing. They believed that the white person was everything because their supposed savior, quote unquote, was white. But yeah, that's totally it, Rico. It's a spiritual thing. It's a spiritual warfare. Um, period.
And
They
that's why
they
you gotta love brothers like Ice Cube that still he ain't controlled like that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta love brothers like him. Like, man, I'm gonna do what I want to do. I already know what y'all doing. I don't mess with y'all. I don't mess with these certain type of people. You just watch how they move. Willie D, them certain dudes, man, they didn't seen it and they move different. They still grassroots dudes, so they still be like, man, I ain't, you know. And they quick to call somebody out on that BS. So that's why I just be like, man, it's diluted. It's diluted, and the ones that they love so much are the ones that's what's so messed up. The ones that tell the truth, they don't like. They don't like them. They don't like the truth tellers.
That's true. And like I was saying, ever since they infiltrated hip hop, man, with this demonic shit and all this weird shit and femininity and turning our young men into other stuff and having them wearing dresses and calling it fashion and hip hop and all that stuff, it's really put a damper on hip hop is what it's done. I mean, I came up with Self Destruction. I came up with Chuck D's and all the the positive rappers, and it's unfortunate that if you do want to say something positive with a good beat to it, it doesn't get played on the airs. It doesn't get played on the airways. And that's because they changed the frequency. That's because they don't want positivity flowing through the airwaves anymore. Where people hear the song and they start smiling and they remember the good times and the happy days. I was talking to a man at the gas station today, and they were playing an old rock and roll song. And my adopted dad is white, so I remember riding with him in the car and hearing those music, but it still made me smile because it was just a happy song. It wasn't, I forgot exactly what it was, but it was just one of them ride in the car old rock and roll songs. It wasn't nothing about nothing bad or nothing, but it was just it just had that guitar and he said, man, he said the frequency. When he said the frequency, I said, sir, let me tell you something real quick. They changed the frequency years ago on music, period, whether it was rap, rock, everything. They changed the frequency. And they just changed it a megahertz. And once they changed that frequency, that changed people's way of feeling because music, I've learned that water has memory. And since water has memory, water and sound go hand in hand. And our bodies are made out of a certain amount of percent of water, majority of water. That means that we'll feel a certain way when we hear a certain sound. And feel a certain way. So that's what they've done to music. And it's a bad thing. It's actually a bad thing. Hey, Donna. Hey, Angela. So yes, music has just changed. That's why it's good to go back and listen to old school stuff because it will give you a better vibration. It'll make you feel good. I noticed if I listen to SOS Band or Roger and Zap or Charlie Wilson in the Gap Band, older stuff that I grew up with when I was a kid. Those songs tend to make me feel good. Old Marvin Gaye tunes. They just make you feel better. Music was different. Frequency was different. I got a story that's going right with this Little Flip. I don't know if you saw that interview he had on the podcast about a day ago.
No.
Okay, so Little Flip was on a podcast about a day or two ago, and he was saying, man, about 99% of the rappers today have sold their soul, and he said he can guarantee it. They have. He can say because he said he's been in the industry, and he was just saying how, like we were just talking about, people don't mind being compromised because they want to be rich and famous so bad. But he said 99% of these rappers have sold their soul, and he said he can say for a fact that it's definitely true. But Little Flip, a lot of people don't know, and Little Flip's a rapper out of Houston, Texas, everybody. He had some bangers. He came out about 1999. And he used to come down here to Indianapolis a lot. Actually, he used to come down here a lot. But he had a few bangers. Now he's a entrepreneur, businessman. I know he's got a big studio / something else, but he's got some really big things going on. He's still got plenty of money. He wants everybody to know that just because you haven't heard of his name in a long time doesn't mean that he's not doing big things. And a lot of the Texas artists are doing that, used to be doing big things nationwide, are still doing things locally in Texas because Texas is so big. So a lot of artists down in Texas are still making a lot of money. But he was definitely saying that a lot of artists are selling their soul. And again, him being an artist, an ex-artist, he can speak on it. And it's just, it's just too bad that you can be compromised that easy because somebody's offering you something that you can't get out of once you put your name on it. You can't get out of it. I've gotten messages which may be fake messages from Illuminati or whoever they say they are on Instagram or TikTok. Hey, if you want to join our group, you can make over $400,000 a month and this and that. We'd love to have you a part of our group. I just delete the message. It could be fake. It could be real. I don't care what it is. I'm just telling you, I've gotten those messages before. And they're weird. They're weird because, believe it or not, we got talent, Rico, and people are watching us and people are listening. And when you got any kind of talent, people try to jump on that and they'll try to latch onto that and see if they can't offer you something because they know you got talent too. That's the other thing. They know you got talent, but they're trying to see if they can offer you something. Like Charleston White said. Charleston White said they've been trying to get him to do nasty stuff. And he's like, no, I'm not doing it, period. So it's just crazy when you do got talent and you got a good platform and you got some good things going, how people try to offer you something that ain't quite right. It ain't quite right. Some sort of deal that you just like Gilly and Wallow on the $1 Million podcast, $1 million worth of game. He lost. Yeah. Gilly lost his son right after they signed a $100 million deal. Okay.
Now he all over the place. You see him all over. Then you see him on everything.
Yeah.
Big
and when he was signing that deal, he was crying. And a lot of people were saying he was crying because he knew he was going to have to give somebody up.
Man.
So you got to really think, you got to really think about a lot of artists that lose people around them real close and then they just blow up. It's not coincidence anymore. It ain't coincidence no more. It's just not coincidence anymore. But that's what it is. That's what it is, man. We gonna stay solid. We gonna stay 10 toes down. Keep our dignity and our pride and all of that stuff as men. And so that's what is gonna set us apart from every other podcast, because we're not bending or folding because somebody's offering us a lot of money. So
yeah, they can keep it.
They can keep it. They can keep it, definitely. But I appreciate everybody coming in tonight. It's been a good Monday evening, good talk. Been some good response. Rico, you had a lot to say. I appreciate that. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Because sometimes you quiet. Today you had something to say, god dang it. Yeah. Because you're passionate about music. And I know that's one of your biggest passions. So,
and I hate the fact that I hate how they done tainted it so
I
much.
do too, Rico. Amen.
But I can say this: I still be finding some good gems out there.
Yeah.
Just gotta look for it.
You gotta do some digging. Do a little digging.
That's all.
And if anybody wants to know anything about any indie music, hit up Mr. Rico. Mr. Rico can give you a little bit of know-how on that indie music. He knows a lot about it. He makes music. He makes beats and stuff like that. So always reach out to Mr. Rico if you got some if you need to know anything about any indie music or anything like that. He's definitely the man for you.
Definitely got good taste in music.
Yeah. So I appreciate everybody coming in tonight. Again, make sure you like the video, share the video out, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. And I'll see you guys Wednesday. All righty. I'm Lifestyles with Eric.
Peace.
You're supposed to say Mr. Rico.
Oh, Mr. Rico, my bad. And I'm Mr. Rico. I'm your Mr.
That's Mr. Rico. All right. Sir. All right. Now we'll see y'all. Have a good evening, everybody. All right. Much love. All right. Peace.
Peace.